What's going on? That sun is low. I don't have a lot of time. I am out at Pinchot State Forest. I'm on the Pinchot Trail. I think I have hammock gear with me in this backpack. I don't really know. I had a couple different bags packed for my Christmas Eve trip that got all screwed up because of the weather. And today, I had a couple extra hours that I didn't expect I was going to have. Gave me the opportunity to just grab some stuff and head out here. And I'm going to hike in. I was going to go down to Forgotten Camp, which is over in the south section. And the roads are open, and I drove in. I got about half mile in, and it was just a sheet of ice. And I was like, nope, I might be able to get in there, but I might not be able to get back out. So I decided to turn around because I got to go. It's like 2 miles back, get down to Forgotten Camp. So I came here to the main lot, and I'm hiking in on the main Pinchot Trail here. Beautiful spot. And I'm going to go up to the Pine Hill section, I think, and I'll just sit up in there. And depending on what it looks like in there as far as wood, I might come back down because I brought firewood. I might hike back down and grab that. We'll see. But I'm going to hike in. I've only got about 45 minutes before the sun sets, and then we'll go. This is gorgeous. Way more snow out here. Little detour. I was just walking in here and saw this little section off the trail. This is not the Pine Hill site, but it's close to it. This is a campsite. Oh, sweet. I've never camped here before. The trail's out there. There's a 7-Up can here. But, yeah. Alright, so this is a different campsite than I was expecting. It's back here. Is there more back here? Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on the map because I know the forest boundaries are too far from here. There's all kinds of tracks in here. I can't tell what those are. Is that bear? It's definitely deer. Oh, maybe it's just a lot of deer tracks. Yeah, all right, no bear. Looked like it for a second. A lot of deer. Is there anyone else back here? Maybe. Let me kick around for a minute, see what I can find. All right, I kicked around down there a little bit, and there's a lot of spots. This is all red pine in here. Look how gorgeous it is. This is all red pine down here. So there's a lot of spots I can make at camp, but nothing looked any better. A lot of low branches and stuff in the way. So I just checked, actually got about an hour of daylight left. So that's good. I'm gonna set up on these 2 trees, here and here, and maybe dig out that fire pit. I'm not that far from the car. Might walk down and grab that firewood. All right, let me get set up. So I'm setting up a new addition to my hammock. So I'm using my Coyote pack, 11 feet. Got the bug net up. This is the new multi-mode that I've been doing on my hammocks. So I can zip it all the way back, which I'm probably going to do because I'm not going to need a bug net tonight. Or just leave it up like that while I'm setting up. But I've been using Dutchware's cinch bugs, he calls them, which are kind of like this. These are his beetle buckles. These are a bigger version of the cinch bugs. The beetle buckles are basically like a half this size, and they're really nice, but in the winter they're kind of hard to grab with gloves. I don't really need gloves today, but this has it's 2 pieces. It's a cinch buckle, but instead of it attaching to the hammock, it attaches to the tree straps. And since I tend to swap out hammocks pretty regularly, I don't put buckles on my personal hammocks anymore because it's just buckles I don't need to use if I just can have one set of buckles on my tree straps. So I put the cinch bugs on my camouflage straps I use sometimes, and I've got the beetle buckles on my black straps. And all you do, you just take your continuous loops, and you just pop them on that hook. Super simple. It locks the second piece down. This is the main piece, and then this. So this is the main piece right here, and then this back plate is actually a separate piece that acts as the buckle. Really cool, super light too. I'll put the weight up on in the bottom. But yeah, so I'll get the quilts on and then go down and get my firewood. This fire pit kind of sucks, and I'll show you why. It's just like a ring, fire ring, but in the middle, initially I didn't look at it real close. I thought that was a rock. It's a root. This is built up on roots. That's not where you want to have a fire, not to mention the fact that there's cans in there too. So it's not, you don't want to have a fire on roots. I know everything's wet and it's frozen, and it shouldn't cause a problem, but red pines are extremely flammable. And if you catch those roots on fire, you could burn this whole forest down. And I'm not trying to do that. So instead of going down and getting all my firewood, I'm just going to make, it looks kind of dumb, but right here, I'm just gonna grab a couple more branches and just kind of make a backing to this. Just have a small twig fire here, just to have some light and some ambiance and something to do while I'm hanging out instead of having a big fire. And there's plenty of dead down and dead standing. I don't have my saw with me, so I've just been using the V in that tree to snap some of these, and it'll work fine. And then I'll also use small branches and twigs. There's plenty of them in here to have a small fire, and that'll be it. That'll be all I do. And I'll use my stove to boil the water for my dinner. I see somebody clearly has been back here, not recently, but there's all pre-cut wood back here, but it's all frozen solid. So let me grab a couple of these bigger ones. I still have some daylight, and I'll finish making that little wall, and I'll grab some dry twigs and just get a small fire going, because it is only 20 after 4, something like that. So I got a long time before I'm going to be tired enough to go to bed. It's just giving me something to do. The sunset is awesome through those trees. Actually, I forgot. I have my pocket chainsaw with me. So I'm just cutting up this. It's all wet. I'm cutting up into like foot-long pieces. Then using this to put around that rock. Again, it's not going to do much. It's just going to keep wood from coming out too quickly or too easily, and create a little bit of a wind block. And there's plenty. Now you can just see the dead dry branches, but there's a couple like that. That piece right there, it's leaning. That's dry. I'll take that. This one is laying down too. That looks pretty dry. But there's a couple that are dead standing or dead leaning. I don't even have to cut. I can just pull them out of the bramble and use them. I'll have a nice little fire. I think it's going to do just perfectly. And this chainsaw gives you a workout. Even on something easy like pine, it's still quite a bit of work. But it does a pretty good job on smaller stuff. I wouldn't try to cut down a tree with this. But for, like, if this was an emergency and I needed firewood, this stuff would work. And this would be perfect. So I'm glad I threw that in the backpack. I forgot I threw that in there last year as like my winter emergency saw, just so I had it. And I was just breaking branches up, and I'm like, wait a second, is that in the pack? Dug around a little bit, there it was. So pick up some more logs and then get a little bit of a fire going. Well, the sun's gonna fully set here in about 10 minutes. And I've got that about as good as I can get it right there. It's not great, but oh well. Somebody's gonna come back here. Whoever camped back here before, someone's gonna come back and see the remnants of that when I'm done tonight, and they're gonna be like, what the heck? But I'll scatter that as best I can when it's done. There is a lot of deer tracks. Where I saw those deer tracks is right up there, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm sure I'm gonna have some deer visitors walking by in the middle of the night. And about, I don't know, I'm gonna get that fire started, and then probably wait about an hour, probably about 5:30 or so. I will make my dinner. And for dinner, I have, I brought Mountain House this time. I was going to eat this on my Christmas Eve trip. Some fettuccine Alfredo with chicken. I haven't tried that one yet. Been a while since I had a Mountain House. I'm also hoping that it doesn't snow because I don't even have a tarp with me. I was sitting here kind of taking stock of what I have with me, and I realized when I was going to go on Sunday night, I didn't put my quilts in any kind of stuff sacks. I just stuffed them in the bag, so that thing was filled with quilts. And I was going to take my day pack with me, and my quilt or my tarp and all that stuff is in my day pack. Oh no, it's not. I took it out of my day pack because I did a day hike, so it's just sitting there at the house. So no big deal. I'm less than 10 minutes from the car. Car's right down the hill there. Look at the color out there. Look at that. That is incredible. That's gorgeous. I'm like up on the knoll here. I got a view all the way around. As soon as I move, the camera's gonna adjust for the color. Oh, maybe not. So I'm kind of up on this knoll, which is gonna suck if it gets windy. But it's gorgeous up here. And I don't know if in the summer you can even get back here, because all of this, like I came from that way, it's just gonna all be grown in. Kind of glad I found this. How's my face? I was breaking these branches behind me, and I knew one of them was gonna pop, so I kind of like turned, and it got me anyway. But it wasn't a big one. I'm okay. That color is it's getting more peach back there. It's really not coming through on the camera. Kinda right there. I've realized this is like the third or fourth like old forgotten campsite I've found in Pinchot. This is another one that doesn't look like anybody's been here in a long time. That's kind of cool. I love finding little sites like this. Found a couple of them when I was on the Queen Trail too. A couple of sites I stayed in that I made. There was remnants of old fire pits and great mines. This is a perfect spot for a campsite. Oh, look up there. We'll come through. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, maybe not. The moon's up there. All right, I'm gonna get some more firewood and then get this campfire started pretty soon. Wow. Look at that. That is incredible. This is like right outside of the camp area here. Right outside of camp. It is opening. I mean, I could have hung from those two trees. Wow. This is one of the things I love about having these Pennsylvania State Forests in our area that just allow this. I can't even get over that, how gorgeous it is. Look at that. Look at that color. That is amazing. That sky is incredible. Just, you know, come out, like spur of the moment. I wasn't planning on doing this. You know, I run Hemlock Mountain. I do these videos. I have a part-time job. I work Monday through Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, part-time job. They were slow today. I went in, worked until about 1:30, and oh my God, looks like the sky is on fire back there. It's not even, the camera can't even do that justice. Not even gonna try. Yeah, till Worked about 1:30, and then they're like, "We got nothing else. You want to go home?" I was like, "Happy New Year!" And out the door I went. I got home and I was like, looked at my backpack. It was sitting there. I already had it ready from Sunday, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go. Came up here, couldn't get to the camp I wanted to, just walked into the woods and found a spot. Love it. We're spoiled to have this in this area. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna try to get some pictures of that. I don't think it's gonna work. See if that burns. It's pretty damp, but I squirted some hand sanitizer on there. I might need to put some more. This is why I keep hand sanitizer in my fire kit, just for this reason. All right, I got my water boiling right there. My whole little cage I had going for the fire has fallen apart. There's some traffic noise out there. That's okay. But I got the moon. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit there. As I got the moon, there's some stars. See if I can get the stars over here. Oh, there's a star over there, kind of coming through. This is all right. The fire's not huge. The fire is just to give me something to do, because it is the end of December, so these are the shortest daylight hours of the year. The sun set at like 20 of 5 or something like that. So it's doing all right. But like I said, it has fallen apart, so most of it is off of that rock now. It's worth a shot. But yeah, I'm gonna probably keep the fire going while I eat my dinner, and then I'll let it die out, throw some snow on it, make sure it's out, and get in the hammock. I've got signal, so I'll probably watch some YouTube or something. This isn't like a backcountry solitude kind of trip. You can hear the road traffic. If somebody were to pull into the parking lot down at the trailhead, I'd probably hear it. That's how close I am. So, nice to be out though. My water should be just about boiled. I'm gonna check on that, enjoy the fire, and then eat. I'm starving. I'll let you know how that fettuccine alfredo with chicken is from Mountain House. I've never had that before. I've had some of their chicken stuff before, and it's actually pretty good. So we'll see. The other one I left at the house is beef stew. Really want to have that, but I want to have that one out on like a trip. Beef stew. So my alcohol stove is having a little bit of an issue. Shouldn't be too cold for it. Is it out? Hold on. Let me double check this. Oh no, it's burning. All right. I must not put enough fuel in it before, because I checked it and it was out. But as I'm sitting here messing with that, behind me I can hear owls and coyotes. They're off in the distance a little bit. That's nothing new out here. The fire's not doing good now. This is why I never plan on depending on a fire, because that just a couple minutes ago that was burning crazy, and now it's out. So get that going again. So that is the chicken, the fettuccine alfredo with chicken from Mountain House. And I just took a bite of that. That is good. I haven't really eaten a lot of Mountain House. I had that one that Shadow gave me when we were on the AT. But I haven't had Mountain House in a long time. And I never had this one. And it's tasty. I'm going to enjoy this. So I'm going to eat this real quick. Actually, I'm going to savor it. Look at the moon. Enjoy the fire. And figure out what I'm going to do from there. Probably get in the hammock. I would show you me eating it, but I need both my hands and I don't have my tripod. So you don't want to see that. So 2 things you should always carry with you in the winter for fire: hand sanitizer and a pocket bellows. It's kind of hard to see because it's dark, but this is a collapsible pocket bellows, and it allows you to just breathe into the fire. I've shown this before, but so you can really direct the air into the fire. Kind of see a little better there. So it's just this is made by a company called Epiphany Outdoors, called the Pocket Bellows, and I've carried one of these with me for years, probably 6 or 7 years now, and love these things. Maybe even longer than that, maybe close to 10 years. This fire's just about had it. That entire structure built around it has burned. That's what I'm burning now. Dried it out and did pretty good. It didn't really char the ground, so that's good. With the snow, it made it pretty wet. But I've been keeping the fire up on that rock to protect the ground a little bit. Put that back on. It's like 7 p.m. I'm already in the hammock. I didn't want to have that fire going any longer. I can't, I mean, that rock's not that big, so I can't really keep it contained on that rock. But I'm just going to lay here and look at the moon. Make sure that fire burns out. It's almost out. And just mess around on the internet, I guess, for a little bit. See if maybe some owls come by. That'd be cool. And there's not going to be much to record. It's going to be me sleeping. So I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It is about 7:05, and look at that horizon. Look at that. That is incredible. I'm just gonna lay here and enjoy that. I'll try to get some pictures of it, 'cause I don't know if that color's coming through. I've been sitting here for about an hour. Just watching the sun come up. And watching this little red squirrel, who's surprisingly not too concerned that I'm here. He's just kind of been checking me out. That's better. Looks like it got down to about 24 last night. I stayed perfectly warm, super warm in here. And there was a lot of coyotes, and they were right behind me, like right in that bramble back there. There was deer. One came walking right into camp. Heard fox. Lots of owls. There's a little lake down at the bottom of this hill, like right across the road from where I'm parked. And you could hear the ice making noises all night. And it took a minute to realize what it was. Because it almost sounded like my stomach. But I'm like, I know that's not my stomach. And then you'd be like, it was making all these crazy noises. And at one point, I don't know if you can hear it, what sounds like a goose back behind the camera. On the far side of this red pine grove, maybe a few hundred yards down, is the edge of the forest. I think there's a hunt camp down there. And I don't know if it's somebody from the hunt camp or if they just stopped there, but it sounded like maybe their truck broke down. Like they lost their forward gears or something. Because it had to be like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I just heard from way out in the distance to right down here, just beep, 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 beep. And it went down the road and it backed in. I don't know if somebody was having to back all the way home. That would suck. But that happened. But it was not what I expected to hear. Oh. All right, I'm going to get up and pack down because my shoes are going to be frozen. They're going to be cold. So I'm going to just put them on, pack down, and might hike up to the viewing tower, up to the vista. Take a look around. Haven't been up there in a while. We'll see. We'll see how hungry I am once I start packing down because I don't have any breakfast with me. So I'm really hungry. I might just head to the car. We'll see though. But once I get out from underneath the quilts, I'm just going to immediately pack. Oh, I don't want to get out. It's too warm. All right, camp is broken down. I grabbed that can of Beck's that was laying there. That was in the old fire pit. The other one is frozen in the ground. I'm not going to go get it out. It's like an old soup can or something. Well, the makeshift fire contraption worked really well. It got a little bit around that rock. A little bit around the rock, but not too bad. And it was out and cold by the time I fell asleep. So I am ready to go. I think I'm gonna hike up to the tower. Feeling pretty good. It's not too far. It's only about, I think maybe a mile up there. And then 1.2 miles back to the car. I'm really not far from the parking lot. So I'm just gonna do a quick once over here, make sure I got all my stuff, which I'm pretty sure I do. And then I'll head up there to the tower. Now, how did I get in here? Let's see. I know I want to go this way. Remember coming across all the wood that was here. Kind of zigzagged my way through. See, there's a bunch of tracks here. A lot of deer, rabbit, maybe coyote, and probably some of my tracks. Not my small pack. And here we are. Well, this is the easier way. All right, back to the trail. You just happened to catch that. So it's coming out of these. I tried to record this last night, or on my way in, but apparently the camera didn't get it. But I was coming through here, and as I popped through, I just saw right in there those red pines. I thought, oh, I wonder if I can get in there. Looks like it could be a campsite. That was an awesome campsite. There's also, looks like something goes down that way. Maybe just a game trail. Don't know. All right, I'm gonna continue on, move for a little bit. My feet aren't too bad. They're not too cold. My boots weren't wet, so they didn't really freeze. They're just cold from the air. But these are my summer Merrells, and they're all beat up to begin with. But they're not my insulated boots I usually wear in the winter. I left in such a hurry last night. I didn't bring my thermo drop. I'm surprised I remembered to bring myself, but I'm out here. So, all right, move, warm up, and I'm sure I'll see some cool stuff. This is the first campsite I knew about on a trail coming up. And earlier in the year, somebody had left a bunch of crap there, and it looks like it's been taken. I don't see anything there. Like there's like a tent left there. Someone must have had a really bad night, and they just walked away. But not far from where I was planning on camping, which is right at the trail here. If you look over there, you can see those pines over there. That's where I was planning on going. And it's an awesome site, but I love finding new spots. All right, so this is where the Pinchot Trail, as you're tripping on ice, the Pinchot Trail goes straight here, follows the Powder Magazine Trail. So the Pinchot Trail is a trail system, a bunch of trails put together. So the Orange Blaze goes that way. I'm gonna turn and go up Pine Hill Trail. This takes us up towards the Vista. And immediately you get to these pines. And this is where I was headed to last night. There's a really nice campsite in here. Stayed in here a couple times. Right back in there. So you got this real rooty section of trail. And right back in there is a campsite. There's a real big fire pit back there. At least there used to be. Nice spot, and I think there's another site up here a little further in these pines. There's a couple camping options right in here. Those are feline tracks. So that could be a bobcat. It could be a little bobcat. Or it could just be a feral house cat. Not real big tracks, but definitely looks like a cat. Made it up to the Vista. It's warming up nicely. It's got to be mid-30s right now. At least it feels like it could be colder. I was camped right down over this ridge. If you look out there, it's not 30 miles, I can't really see. You can kind of see it out on the edge there, right out in there. It's that little lake that was making a noise last night. It's pretty cool. As I expected, breezy up here, but it's nice. I think I'm gonna shed my jacket, fill up on some water. I was thinking about doing another trail around. There's a trail that goes past here and then connects back to the Pinchot Trail, comes around, connects onto the connecting trail, comes back over right above where I camped. But I'm pretty hungry. I'm just gonna turn and head back down to the car. No sense of being out at the start. Alright, I'm gonna enjoy this for a minute and then probably see you guys back down to the car. Heading back down, I didn't even see these on the way up, but coming across here, that is a bear print. But a bear's not been here for quite some time. A few days at the very least. It's, according to the phone, it's still only like 26 degrees, but that sun makes it feel a lot warmer. I got my jacket off, my hat off. It feels warm, it's nice. The breeze feels good. Back down to the parking lot. It looks like there's another car here. That's not mine. Ah, it's good to see someone else out. Parking lot. I don't know, that might have been a total of 4 miles for 2 days. Not really a backpacking trip. Well, I did do a little hiking. Oh, maybe it's a backpacking trip. Definitely a camping trip though, and that was awesome. Last night was a great night. The moon, so many stars, the coyotes and the deer and owls, and I heard a fox and the ice. That lake is right. If you look back here, there's that road that goes across. It goes back to that lake. It's a private lake. It's pretty big. Looking at from up on the vista, it's a pretty big lake. But, so it's about 10 o'clock, I think, 10:03. So it took me 8 minutes to get down here from camp. I passed camp, so not bad. That's gonna do it for this one. Might get another camp in if it doesn't rain on New Year's, but I'm kind of expecting it to. That's why I did this today and last night. But if not, that's going to do it for this year. I'll see you in 2023. See you next.